Hey guys, welcome to this episode of On the Line. Today, I just got back from Lake Chickamauga. Me and Kyle went down here. It's President's Day weekend here, 2023. It's only the third or fourth time I've ever been there. Never ever have I ever been there in February. But I had some days off. Kyle had some days off. We decided, heck with it, we're going to go down to Chick and see what we can do. The very first morning we drove here from Cold Grove, Ohio, and we left at 2:30 in the morning, actually about 3, and headed south, headed towards Lake Chickamauga in Dayton, Tennessee. I packed a few of my rods. Kyle has a few rods. I had a pile of gear with me, to be honest with you. I feel like I was over prepared, but I'm glad I was. Before we get into the footage here, I'm going to show you the baits that were really key for us down there, especially the last couple days. I apologize if that wind's hitting the camera. It's ripping through my garage here. First and foremost, the biggest player for me down there was a Kitech Easy Shiner 4-inch. This collar is called Sight Flash. Again, 4-inch. I've been a huge fan. Again, this is just a white with it's got some glitter in it. This is a 4-inch Kitech, but I've been recently fishing Berkley Fusion Swimbait heads, and these things right here are my absolute favorite Swimbait heads on the planet. These are 3/8. I was throwing a 1/2 ounce, just regular, just like you would rig a Swimbait with the head through there. I don't have one here that's open, or I would show you. But the hook just comes through the hollow body here, and I'm just casting this thing in and around anything I could find. I think we caught 20 fish in 2.5 days, which is not great, but I'll take it for February. This Kitech bait right here was absolutely the biggest player for me. I caught most of my fish. I bet I caught 12 of the 16 fish that I caught on this bait right here alone. 1/2 ounce Berkley Fusion head, the white one. This one is chartreuse, but Berkley Fusion white head, 1/2 ounce. I really like these swim baits. They don't get, these swim bait heads, sorry I keep saying that, but they don't get hung up as bad. I ran out of these things. We went to Real Deal Tackle down there, which I think is Michael Neal's bait store. We went down there. I bought some big bite baits, swim bait heads, and they seem to get hung up way more than these. So I wish I'd have brought more of these with me. They're here in my boat. We were taking Kyle's boat. So this was the #1 player. That was a swim bait. Next was probably a jig, and that was a 3/8 ounce jig that I poured. It's a football jig. Let me grab one out and I'll show you. 3/8 ounce Do It mold jig that I pour, black and blue wire weed guards. You guys already know, if you guys follow my channel, I throw the wire weed guards, really like them a lot. Throwing the net bait Tiny Paca Chunk this weekend. I'll show you guys how I rig this. I need to retie because I broke the last one off I had down there. But these things are a lot smaller, makes it perfect for these little 3/8 ounce jigs. My favorite way is these things have little eyes on them. Put them towards the bottom of your jig to start with. You're just going to thread them through just like you would any other trailer. These things have a little flat spot on the nose of them to come out on. Again, push that thing up on there. My jigs have a wire keeper on there. And one thing you're going to notice here is this jig, the skirt goes over top of the trailer. So what you're going to do is you're going to trim this thing off to where you can see. I was just trimming it off to where I can just see the pinchers of the bait a little bit. I didn't want it to stick out a bunch. I think that was a lot of key bites for me on this, was having it really small and compact. Pitching this thing around on an NRX 894, throwing the swim bait on a 7'2" medium heavy glass Poison Adrena. But this bait right here was what got the second most bites for me down there. Again, just a 3/8 ounce jig. And the third, there's no reason to show you, or no reason to show you. You can go out there and check it out. But it was just a red eye shad in the actual real shad collar, whatever it's called there. Now that we went over the baits, let's show you some of the footage. First and foremost, we get down there, we fish a few hours. Most brutal conditions I've probably ever fished in. It was like 33, 34 degrees, The wind was absolutely ripping. And then the next day, you'll see in just a second, but the deck of Kyle's boat was frozen. Like the rod lockers and everything, we couldn't get them open. It was crazy. Had to let the sun beat down on them a while so we can get our rods out to fish. Yesterday was the best day by far. We fished more hours though. We fished 10 hours on the lake and didn't catch a ton. We fished about 4 hours today, or 2 hours today before we come home. Again, not going to talk throughout the rest of the thing. You guys saw the baits I've used. Here's some footage of Lake Chickamauga President's Day weekend 2023. Let's check them out. Lake Chickamauga, as you can tell, it is colder than crazy. It's 40 degrees. Water is blown out. Got an extraordinary amount of rain in the last couple days, apparently across the whole United States. It's supposed to warm up tomorrow. We're gonna see if we can't have Kyle over there. We started at 2 o'clock this morning and headed down this way just to find out that this lake is absolutely blown out. We're in the creek right now. We're in Soddy Creek. Go out here and try to find some clear water and see if we can't catch a giant, which may be pretty tough. But that's why they say, now what is it, Kyle? What is it we normally say? It's cold, muddy, tough. Cold and muddy, tough. We have to get that out of the way because it's cold. Definitely muddy. Well, let's hope it's not tough. So we're gonna go around through here and see if we can't catch one. Pretty distraught at this point. See what kind of skills we have. Catch a Chickamauga giant. Let's get it. Yeah, a little spotty McSpot or something. First one, we'll take that. Pretty little spot. Oh yeah. Swim jig, number one. Crappie. I hooked on the side. A little bit. No, it's not. It's a skipjack. It's a damn skipjack. That's a first. It gets way bigger than this right now. I'll take it. Shallow, bud. Yeah. That's a fish. It's a big bud. Better than average walleye. Better than your average skipjack. A high river bass. Hit that thing like a ton of bricks, man. A 4-inch swim bait. Come on. Well, the rod boxes are frozen here on Chickamauga. There's a fine line between dedicated and dumb, ladies and gents, but we're gonna go out here and try to catch one. An absolute hammer. Can't get any baits out. Yeah, let's go let her warm up a little bit. Yeah, boy. Number one. That's two on the old jig.
Yep, tied on, so I guess you got me convinced right now, but
Alright guys, day 2, Lake Chickamauga. Yesterday was brutally cold and very, very windy. Today, it's supposed to be a lot nicer conditions. I've already caught 2 on a jig here on this really steep point here, or steep bank in Sail Creek. We're gonna go out and try to find some clear water. As you can tell, this here is pretty blown out. We got a ton of rain over the last couple of days, so we're gonna go out and try to throw some moving baits. I hope I don't have to lock that do-it mold jig in my hand all day, but I will, I don't care. I've caught 2. So far the trip has yielded 8 fish. So we're gonna go out and try to catch one that is the picture alone weighs 3 pounds. So let's see what happens.
I know right now. Get the net.
Got a good one?
Come so far. Yeah. 4 pounders. Barely. We're gonna be on the bank.
Yeah, boy. Ain't a giant, but I'll take her. Oh, red-eye shad. Come on. Not much, but I'll take it. Fish coming out. Fish, dude.
Ain't worth nothing, is it?
Giant, but we'll see. I don't think he's freaking choked up there. Bad fish. Not a bad. The old Kitech coming through. Got a lot of fish. Not a lot of fish, but a lot of fish we caught was on Swimbait and stuff like that. Not a bad one. Smoking top water right now. How'd you figure it out? Catch the little one. I can't figure that out. Nope.
He came 100 mile an hour, but back at you, didn't
This little fucker in a 7-pounder to go on St. Clair. Like it's the one right on the stage.
right on at the end of the day. I didn't even know you had one.
GoPro, stop recording. GoPro, stop recording. GoPro, take photo. GoPro, take photo. GoPro, take photo. So that does it, guys. Appreciate you if you made it this far in the video. I really appreciate it. We didn't smash them, but we had a good time. It was a really good deal. Again, found most of them on a Kitech Easy Shiner. Some on a jig, some on a rattle trap. Kyle caught a couple on a swim jig later in the day, or first day we were there. Anyway, it was a good time. You know the deal. If you guys can, get out there and lean on them. We'll see you next time on another line.